with the, okay, this is where we ended before the other session. Okay. I've not touched anything. I just allow it the way it was so that I'll come back, we just continue. So a level of selection sort, and we have taken into parameter an array with the size. And what's the size? Here is int size, not so. So I continue. Now, I'm going to interpret this algorithm at the same time converting it into program. Here, we have just converted the first line. We talk about procedure. They say procedure means going to return nothing. That's why we use void. So this one is a procedure. Then selection sort is the name of the array. You have the array where we are using A because we have seen A here. We could as well use the array, no problems. And then the size of the array, even though it's not asked here, but it will be difficult for us to use an array without knowing the size of that array. Good. Now, in our program, in our question, we were asked to call the name of a function called select sort, not selection sort. So right now, I want you to know that we are going to change this name here, selection sort, to select sort as a question demands. That is the question interpretation I'm talking about. So here, I'm going to use select sort. Everybody's okay now. Good. Next, for I equals to 1, to size of array minus 1. So here I'm going to initialize my I. We already know that I is a counter. I say for I starting from 1, then my I is less than the size of the array minus 1.
1.
I
Increment.
plus plus. I'm interpreting this one. It says set current element as minimum. So what's the current element? It's an integer. Min equals to I. So I will just go back here and declare my min, since it is still integer like this one. And so here I'll just say min will be equal to I, semicolon. Now, they say we should check the element to be minimum. So even though we have set the minimum to be I at this time, we have to check to be sure that it is minimum. To do that, they say for j equals to j plus 1 to the size of array, we should do this. So you see that j is a counter on the column side. And then I here is a counter on the row side. I'm using those local language so that you can understand me better. So I'm going to also use declare j here since it is an integer. So inside, inside here, I'm going to say for j starting from what? Our j will start from what? Yes, because it said j equals to I plus 1, no? Huh? So
Yes, sir.
my j start from I plus
Plus 1.
plus 1. This is it here. Then j is less than the size of the array. Then j must move, increment. So when we have that, We now say if array of j is less than array of min, then we should do this. I will say if, pay attention here. I want someone to tell me what we are going to put here. Are we going to put if a, because A is the name of our array now, array of j less than array of min? Sorry. Is this how it's supposed to be?
No, sir.
Huh? What is supposed to be in that one? Because this is not correct.
Maybe they're going to
The algorithm is saying that if array of j less than array of min, then, but this is what the algorithm is saying.
I.
Is I.
So can we change min to I?
We are following the algorithm. We are not changing anything. If you change min, you are
Maybe we're
changing.
going.
Yes.
I thought that we're going to write if A, the array of J is less than A, the array of I.
No, it's j here, not even I. You are not even understanding me. It means that you don't even know what's supposed to be here. Here we are comparing the array of character or strings in this column with the one that is on this minimum that we assign up there. That is I column. We want to compare the column of I and that of J. Remember, we want to sort it. So before we sort it, we'll compare the characters. If they are not the same, if the character on the left side is smaller than the character on the right side, we swap now. That's what is happening
Yes,
here.
sir.
So here we are not using this one. If we use this one, means that what we are having is numbers, but we are having but characters, strings. So instead of putting this one, we have to use a special uh, string function known as what? String compare. A person I should think well. String what? String compare.
Yeah.
So we use string CPM. So we are comparing now the string on this side with this one. So instead of less than, we put comma, and then
But master, at origin, you are following the algorithm that the GCE board have given us now.
yes, the question paper, you call it the GC, but the question paper is given to us now. Huh? Any question again? So here we want to compare the.
Okay, sir.
It's okay now. Here we are comparing. What are we comparing? We are comparing the characters. I say we can only use the less than if we are dealing with integers. It's okay. So if this is less than 0,
Yeah.
if this is less
Yeah.
than 0, then now this one is underlined. Why? Because there's a library that's lacking. So we need to go up here. Since we are using this special function, string, so we have to include that library, string.h. You see that it has disappeared. Good. So at this time, what am I going to do? Min will be equal to j. So min equals to j. Now, they say we should end if. We should end if. So this is where my if is going to end. So I come out of the if function and I take enter. Now swapping is taking place here. They say swap the minimum element with the current element. Term is there. And this term is a character. We are dealing with character. So here, let me say swapping takes place. Swapping. So what are we swapping now? We have to compare. Let us say if it's something that is not here, but let me just go with what is here first. It said that we encounter problems. We have character, and what's the character here? Term. Okay. It is equally an array. We want to declare. And we have to put the size of the array, which is going to take the maximum string length. So the maximum string length here is 10. So we declare it as such. That is declaring that variable. Then we are going to use a special string function, not as string copy. So this string function copy, we are going to copy now the value that is in term, or those characters that are in stem, in array of I into term.
So from what
Yes.
I'm seeing, it means that the algorithm they gave us, since it's only for integers, it cannot work here since we are dealing with strings.
Listen, when you look at here, are these numbers?
Also,
They are strings. So we are dealing with strings. We want to display this string. We want to sort this string. So we have to use but string functions. If it were numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we'll be using integer. And there'll be no need for strings. I don't know whether this has helped
okay,
you. So
okay, master.
but here, they have not specified to us whether it is okay, look at, for example, this temporal. When we were doing the swapping function yesterday, I use temp as integer and also because we're using numbers. But today, temp is here, but we are dealing with characters. So we have to declare it as an array. Yesterday, we declare it as an integer. So that's the difference. So here, I am going to now say, like swapping that we did yesterday. That's why I really brought this question, because we did swapping yesterday. String, copy. I'm now going to copy again. Which one? Array of I. Into array of I, I'm going to copy array of min. Then string, copy again. Array of min, I copy now the term. It's finished. N4. This is a N4. N4 again. This is a N4. Then N procedure. Remember, this is a procedure here, starting here. If you can see the line, this is a big line that is ending procedure. This one is ending 4. This one is ending 4. This one is ending if. It's clear? Now, the question says here, add a main program unit if need be, and then you call the subroutines. Subroutines are these functions we are talking about. Do those subfunctions, do display, and then select sort from it. So we are going to call it here. So now I'm going to modify this one here. This one is calling the function to display the function as it is, the array as it is. So this first to display, just this function, calling function to just display. So I will just bring a message here so that we should be able to distinguish them. So I will just say inhabitants. These are the inhabitants. We display the names without sorting. Okay. Or if I like, I can just pay original, let me just say unsorted inhabitant. Then I bring another message here. Where I print it, let me say calling selection sort function. Now to call the selection sort, I'm going to call it by the name now. What's the name? Selection sort. So here, I now say selection sort. What am I going to pass there? It's the same like this one now. The names and then the size. And what's the name? Am I going to take this one, A? Am I going to take A?
Sorry, names.
Very good. Names, not A. Because these are the names we are calling, not that one. And then our size is 15. Then once I call this, I will now say the sorted names of the inhabitants. Maybe bring this to go on a new line. Okay. So these are now the sorted. I'm still going to call this guy again, do display. So that it should display to us now the names, but sorted. Remember that here like this, there's nothing like bring F. Are you seeing? We have not printed anything yet. So when it will carry out the sorting here, it will now display. In the course of display now, you see that things will change. Let's run and see. It has run. Check. This is unsorted inhabitants. You see that is B, Jeff, Gary, and all those kind of guys. Are you seeing? But now, sorted names of the inhabitants. B, B, C, C, G. They are sorted now. Any question? If there's any question you ask, because we are ending the session now here, so that you should practice before you sleep. All right, I'll just copy the code and send to you.
Yes, master.
So if there's no question, we can call this the day. We have tried. I'm in the class. Tomorrow, God willingly. Okay, maybe let me just run up with this one. They said, using the data in table 1, make sure your program in sub 3 works. Then you screenshot and save a copy of your output as bring out 2A. Then bring it. This is 2 marks. Enjoy. It has run now. It has run. Everything in sub 3 is okay. They now say that we should do a screen capture and save a copy of our output. Our output is not our output. So they are talking about this one. This one. Then we do a screenshot of this one. And then we save it as print out 2A. Then we print that copy. I'm talking to upper C student. They have already passed through that stage. They can do the print screen. They can save it. They can print it. 2 marks gone. Sub 5. Save your program code as tax 2A and bring a copy of it. 1 mark. This is a program now. They say we should save this one now. If you had saved it like me, I saved my own as function.c. You can now save it as tax 2A. Bring the copy of this source code. Upper C student, they can do that. So 1 mark. Enjoy. Now, using the algorithm for a recursive binary search is this one. This one. We will continue there tomorrow. So stay tuned. And don't miss out that part, because that part will just continue with this same thing tomorrow at this with this part. And we will round it up tomorrow, because it's the same like this one. One, we do this one, and then we do this one, is finished. The rest is just to save, run, and print. So these two tomorrow is here. And we'll make sure that we cut it, we round it up, and then okay, not to talk too much, I'm going to call it a day.